get organized. Get everything ready. Then you can video it. I ain't never been video doing nothing. Nothing.
Well, it's a good thing you look beautiful today, as always.
Huh? Don't you start that yet. And I'll make the biggest mess just cause you won't let me practice one time. See, I got the buttermilk and everything. If I can find some vinegar. I believe I'll use sweet milk. It won't be as good. But the butter and vinegar say it. Yes.
How much did you just add?
A tablespoonful of vinegar put in sweet milk will make buttermilk.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't got no lard. All I got is oil. What would they gonna taste like? Mix oil and butter.
There's no lard at all?
No, I ain't fit up the thing when I was here the other day. She had 1 tablespoonful and I brought this oil. She didn't have no oil then. And she ain't no oil, no lard.
Well, do you just want to run to the bylaw now? And I'll get that.
Huh? Oh God, here's a busted bag. What can we put it in? Turn it upside down already. Somebody at least spilled it all over the floor.
I'll find a Ziploc later.
Nope, there ain't no grease here. I'll use this oil and butter. I brought 3 pounds, but it don't make good biscuits.
Butter doesn't make a good biscuit?
Nah, not this kind.
Why not?
It just don't, nothing but lard makes good biscuits. That's all. Just don't have lard. You got to get your whole pack so your milk won't run out. That's why you do that. Don't your milk will run all out in your flour, but when I do that, it won't run.
Okay, so you pack down a good hole there.
Yeah, you see it. You pack it down like that. And then your milk won't run out in there.
Okay. Now, I thought buttermilk was a part of a leavening agent that worked with the baking soda.
Well, this flour didn't rise when I used it the other day.
Oh. Is it that bad flour that everybody's getting?
It was brand new. I just brought it. When I come, I brought it. But it didn't rise.
So you're using a combination of oil and margarine?
Lard's what you need, though. Pure old lard. Not Crisco. Lard. To make a good biscuit.
Not much.
You have to do it slow, get a little bit, go around, round and around. Work it in. Don't you have a mess if it goes through your flour. I've had it happen to me when I was learning how.
Every now and then do you have to sift the flour and get the hard chunks out?
Huh?
Every now and then do you have to sift the flour to get the hard chunks out?
Oh, yeah. This was new. I just brought it the other day. Evidently, I don't think nobody's used it since I used it the other week. Okay. Margie makes a good biscuit, but she uses pure old lard.
I should get her doing that. They also told me that I needed to videotape, well actually Brenda wanted to videotape Grandma Bailey's fry bread recipe.
Well, you need Granny Bailey's tea cake recipe, old-timey tea cakes. Man, cut that down until I get this done.
Okay, medium, low?
Low.
Okay.
Both of them.
All right.
I'm going to make dumplings in 2 pots because I don't like to have to stir them much. It tears them up.
Yeah.
And I like mine whole if they can be.
So Granny used to make something that was supposed to be a vanilla cookie, but it never tasted much like a vanilla cookie. It always tasted like a cakey, we called it. So it was more like cake, and that must have been the tea cake recipe.
Yeah.
I heard that's what you used for banana pudding before the invention of vanilla wafers.
We did. Sure did. And we cooked our banana pudding. Baked it in the oven.
Oh, really? I never heard of such a thing.
You made up your stuff on the top of the stove.
Okay.
Your milk and all. Then you put your layer of cookies and layer of bananas and layer that stuff. Then you took your egg whites and beat them and put on top and set it in the oven and brown.
Oh. So did you serve it hot or cold, though?
We served it hot.
That sounds lovely.
It was good. Really was. Nobody takes that much time now. They buy everything, you see.
Sure, vanilla wafers, a package of instant pudding, bananas, bing, bang, boom.
But that's the way old-timey folks made banana pudding. I've seen Mama do it many a time.
But it was a little bit different, though, because you're talking about being on a farm, and when you're on a farm, I've read, not that I would know, that you have 2 really busy work seasons, and that's the planting and the harvesting. And then you've got the growing season and then the laying by or something?
The what?
I've heard it called laying by.
Laying by. That's when you, first in the spring, you get your land ready. Soon as it gets unfrozen, you start plowing, and you plow up the fields and get them ready. And then you lay off your rows. Then you plant your stuff. Well, it comes up and you have to hoe it, weed it, thin it out. Then, when it gets so big, too big to plow, that's what they call laying it by.
Okay.
You could take the fur and go right down the middle, and that's the last of it. You don't work it no more till you get ready to gather it.
So then you would have plenty of time.
You don't never have plenty of time.
Oh.
On a farm, never. Because there's always things at different seasons, you see. We planted 2 gardens, one in the spring, then one in July.
Oh.
To make us have plenty of food.
I need to see how close you're laying the biscuits.
I lay mine pretty close.
Well, this writer was arguing that the reason that you have so much great American music coming out of the South you know, I mean, almost all the great American music comes out of the South when you think about it. It's blues, country, hillbilly, bluegrass, rockabilly. It's all out of the South. Then, and the reason for that was that you had
In the
this
winter
time.
time, you don't have all that much to do. Now, men don't. I mean, there's always something for them to do. They got to feed the livestock and take care of that. But the women, that's when they did their quilting and embroidering and that kind of stuff. They got ready for the next year. Clothes and things that they weren't going to have time to do in the summertime.
Oh. So that's why there's so many more men musicians than women musicians. I mean, I kind of always wondered that, because, I mean, it's not like it's a strength thing, like women aren't strong enough to play banjo. I just, they were too busy, huh?
Oh, God, yeah, women never had a rest time. The only time I ever saw my mama sit down almost was at night. And usually she was crocheting or embroidering or reading the Bible or something like that. That's the only time women ever got to sit down. Because even in the wintertime and the summertime, somebody had to churn that milk every day to make milk and butter. That used to be my job. I hated it.
Really?
It seemed like that always falls to the baby, you know.
Uh-huh.
They think because you the baby, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, but you can always churn. And we didn't even have a churn. I had to do it in a jar. And
What do you
if
mean?
you don't think that is a job.
I have
Half a gallon jar.
Well, what did you do?
Mama saved the cream, and when it gets to right, it's got us sour.
Okay.
And then you just sit and shake it. Okay, I'm through with biscuits. You can cut that off. Jar in here. But we couldn't even afford to churn until I was done just about. Shoot, I was about grown.
Well, you do make it
Tell you the truth, the best I remember, Granny Gaddy brought the first churn we had out there at the house. And it didn't have a lid. Who cut a lid for it to fit it for Ma? June still got no churn.
Wow.
I guess you have to come to see me sometime. You ain't never visited my children, have you?
No, I told you I've never been to Jen's house. I've never been to Linda's house. I've never been to Edie's house.
Oh.
Not once. Never even driven by.
But like I said, you'll have to start coming to see me instead of your granny. I'll be your granny.
Did you guys come to
Not that I can take her place, but I'll do the best I can.
Did you guys come to that decision together or something? Oops.
On what?
This morning she was telling me how much you love me and all that stuff. How much you love me and all that stuff.
Well, I love all my people, but you youngins has always been special to me.
Well, I'm grateful for that.
I think the world of every one of you. And you're welcome at my house anytime. Anytime. I just wonder how many of these we're going to need. I believe one will feed us. them biscuits are spitting to eat. That's the first time I ever made oil and butter margarine biscuits. Guess what Doris makes them out of?
What?
And they're doggone good. Now they ain't good color, they're good. Mayonnaise.
What?
Uses mayonnaise instead of lard.
I'm shocked and horrified.
Well,
Mayonnaise?
you wouldn't believe how good they taste hot. And pretty, they're just as slick and smooth. I had never eaten them until I went at her house. Well, man, everything's don't come apart easy. I'm doing something wrong. Now, them's what you call homemade, rolled out, and dried dumplings. I bet you ain't, nobody in New York ain't never seen them.
Hey. Well, I think we go to Little Italy and we get them as fresh pasta or something. Are they egg noodles?
No.
Oops.
That's just dough and water. No grease. I left some chicken stuff here, but ain't no telling where it's at. I thought I had it strong enough I wouldn't need one. I need some black pepper.
You know, it's funny when Edie Marie had that little fit because she found out you should be making soup out of leftovers.
Oh, she's so far, she don't want you to use nothing the second time. She wants you to go buy a loaf of bread every day. I told her not at my house she did. Oh, Sarah.
We're looking for chicken bouillon cubes? I made my first pound cakes the other day. I made my first pound cakes the other day.
Did you? How'd it turn out?
They were okay. I didn't think that they were heavy enough. Believe it or not. I couldn't find Granny Campbell's recipe anywhere. And we ended up using Martha Stewart's recipe. And it was supposed to be dense enough for a wedding cake, but I thought it was just a little too light and fluffy, and I didn't think the crust was crusty enough. You know how beautiful Granny Campbell's crusts were?
I know it. I can't make one like Mama. Can't do it same.
I love the way she always smelled like pound cakes and snuff. I didn't figure out the snuff smell for years, but I still love the smell of wet tobacco. When we were in Richmond, we used to go down to Shaco Slip and Shaco Bottom. And that's where the old tobacco warehouses were then. And they gentrified it and made it all into these cute restaurants and boutiques and stuff. But when it rained, it still smelled like wet tobacco. I guess Granny Campbell's navy snuff with the flour cut into it is still sitting over in the windowsill at Shorty's, huh? I have to remember to go give that a sniff next time I'm there because it reminds me so strongly of her. that?
Chicken.
Oh, okay. I think I might be having trouble thinking clearly about my shopping list over at Bilo. So far I've got tea bags, honey, half and half, and popcorn.
But whatever your crowd eat, that's all you're going to eat. Because like I said, I've got all of here. I brought flour and that kind of stuff. So,
I guess we do need lard and buttermilk, though. You just never know what's going to happen.
and like you said, who knows? Pat always eats funny. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I can't even remember what she likes to eat.
So I would just let your daddy know that I didn't know what to get. And for Pat, she might can't find what she likes here.
Yeah.
She better bring it with her.
I think your idea to have sandwich stuff around is a good one. Sandwich stuff?
Yes, because you see she don't like this.
Yeah, no odors.
I didn't cut this on good.
Do you think I should shut the door? Brenda will be here this weekend?
Huh?
Brenda?
Brenda.
Yeah, you think she's coming?
I don't know.
I hope so. I'd like to see her. She's so wonderful.
And look, don't you think this will be enough? Jean and the 3 kids, Liberty and Sylvia, me and you.
Yeah.
I don't think, especially see I got that baked chicken.
Yeah, and all those biscuits.
Yeah, so I think that'd be a pretty, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Beautiful. It's a beautiful soup.